Hello, welcome to multiplying and dividing mixed numbers. In part one, we're going to multiply mixed numbers and look at the process for that. Here it says multiply and write your answer as a mixed number in simplest form. Well, I have a fraction times a fraction and a whole number times a whole number. There's a simpler way. And the first thing I want to do is I want to make my numbers improper. In order to do that, I'm going to use what's called the fishhook method. Oops, excuse me, I fishhooked the wrong way. Fishhook method. Here, I'm going to multiply my denominator and whole number, and then I'm going to add the value of my numerator. So 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. I'm going to end up with 15 over 4. Let's fishhook again. I'm going to do 5 times 2, which is 10, plus 1 gives me 11 over 5. And now I can multiply. The first thing we're going to do is try and cross reduce. This is multiply sign. Cross reduce. I have 4 and 11 and 5 and 12, or 5 and 5. 5 and 5 is the only thing that can cross reduce here. Leaves me with a 1 and a 3. Now I'm just going to multiply straight across, and I'm going to end up with 33 over 4. Now it says write my answer as a mixed number in simplest form. So now, since I've multiplied everything, I've got to divide it. So the next thing I have to do is say 33 divided by 4. Well, 4 goes into 33 8 times for 32, leaving me 1. So I'm going to use these values to make my remainder, 8 and 1/4. Let's look at another example. Example A, I have 5 and 2/3 times 5/6. Here I have a mixed number, so I'm going to have to fishhook. 3 times 5 is 15. I'm going to add 2 to that. Let's fix that 15. So 3 times 5 is 15. And then I want to add 2. 15 plus 2 is 17 over 3 times 5 over 6. I've made my fraction improper, and now I can just multiply straight across because I can't reduce anything. 17 and 6 don't reduce, 5 and 3 don't reduce. 7 times 5 is 75. Excuse me, 85. 3 times 6 is 18. Now it says to write my answer as a mixed number in simplest form. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to perform 85 divided by 18. 85 goes into 18. Let's see, I think about 4 times. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. If I want to check that, I can go to 5. Well, if I add one more 18, I end up at 90, so that's too much. So 4 was perfect. 85 minus 72 gives me 13, and these two values are going to become my final answer, 4 and 13 over 18. So remember, make your values improper, then multiply them, and then last, divide them into mixed numbers again. Let's look at another set of examples. Here in example 2, we've got multiply, write your answer as a number in simplest form. The problem is I've got 6 times 4 and 2/9. Well, I just put the 6 over 1, and then I carry on my way. The first thing I want to do is fishhook. 4 times 9 times 4 is 36, plus 2 gives me 38. So I'll have 6 over 1 times 38 over 9. Now I can cross reduce. 6 and 9 both have 3. 6 divided by 3 gives me 2. 9 divided by 3 gives me 3. And now I can multiply straight across. 2 times 38 is 76, and 1 times 3 is 3. My final step is to make this a mixed number, so I'll do 76 divided by 3. 3 goes into 7 twice, with giving me 6, and I'll end up with 16 left over. 3 goes into 16 5 times, giving me 15 with 1 left over, and my answer is 25 and 1/3. And that will be my final answer. Let's look at this last problem A. It says multiply and write your answer as a mixed number in simplest form. I've got 10 times 3 and a 6, so I need to put 10 over 1 so that I have a fraction. And I need to fishhook again. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 1 is 19 over 6, times 10 over 1. I can cross reduce here. 6 and 10 have 2 in them. So I'm going to divide by 2 up here, leaving me 5, and divide by 2 down here, leaving me 3. I'm going to multiply straight across. 5 times 19 is 95 over 3. Next, I want to divide 95 by 3 to make a mixed number. Three goes into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 5 once. That gives me 3. And I end up with 2. So I end up with 31 and 2/3 as my solution. So remember, fishhook, multiply, divide out at the end. Good luck.